Hola, ¿qué tal, amigos? Profesor Pablo with grammar lesson number 43, the 7 O's. Okay, you got the 5 tops, you got all sorts of names for musical groups. Well, we're going to use some of that idea here with some of our grammar points. We already had the big 10, the prepositions after which we always use an infinitive. Now we're talking about the 7 O's. They say giving labels is very handy, like when there's a concept and it's difficult for people and it's slippery. You grab a concept in your mind, it's slippery, you just can't get a grip on it. Well, when you give it a label, when you call it something, you give it a title, that's like putting a handle on something that's slippery. You can get a grip on it, get a grasp, and understand it. So anyways, that's what we have here. We call it the 7 O's. And what are they? They are uno, primero, tercero, bueno, malo, alguno, and ninguno. Notice that they all end in O, hence the 7 O's. The Magnificent Seven, if you ever saw that movie, right? Right, uno means one, primero means first, tercero means third, bueno means good, malo is bad, alguno is some, and ninguno is none, or in some cases can mean any. Like I don't have any friends, no tengo ningún amigo would be I don't have any friends. So what do we do with the 7 O's? We drop the final O of the word, uno, primero, tercero, bueno, malo, alguno, ninguno. Look at your PDF, you'll see each one ends in an O. You drop that final O in front of a masculine singular noun. Okay, examples, a good day, un buen día. Notice we took the O off of uno, we took it off of bueno, and we went with un buen día, a good day. But if you put bueno after the noun, then it would be un día bueno, a good day. Why does bueno in the example on the right, un día bueno, why is the O there? Because it's not in front. You drop the O of the 7 O's in front of a masculine singular noun. Okay? Our second example, my third job, mi tercer trabajo. Mi tercer trabajo, my third job, but mi tercera casa, my third house. Now, since casa is feminine, we would just say mi tercera casa. We don't drop the A. Remember, tercera and casa, adjective and nouns agree, right? Adjectives and nouns get along. They agree. But mi tercer trabajo, we drop the O. Well, why? Because that's the way the language evolved. The 7 O's, you drop the O in front of a masculine singular noun. Okay? Next example, ningún problema. No problem, ningún problema. Like, you know, people say in English all the time, hey, no problem, no problem. You would say in Spanish, ningún problema. You take the O off of ninguno, and now you have to put an accent mark on that U. We're going to find out that words that end in a stressed vowel or have a stressed vowel in the last syllable, they're always going to have an accent mark. Why? Because words that end in N, S, or a vowel are supposed to be stressed on the second to last syllable. In this case, we've got a word ending in N, but it's stressed on the last syllable, so it breaks the rule. It gets an accent mark. But don't worry about the accent marks. We'll get to those later, and we will hammer them. You will learn them so extremely well. You'll be teaching this to your teachers. Okay? Ningún problema, no problem. A bad day. I can't tell you how many students, former students of mine, went to college, and college professors are great, no doubt about it. But accent marks are a little booger, and there are people, professors, that just cannot get it down, or they don't understand it, and you'll see that they shy away from it, or they'll give some quirky explanation that's not accurate. But we're always polite. We're not going to call anybody out, of course. However, when you study the Profesor Pablo Spanish learning systems accent mark system created solely by Profesor Pablo, you will be wowed. I'm telling you, look, how many people need to know accent marks? If you're just speaking Spanish, you don't have to worry about it. But if you're going to write it, if you're going to be in a professional capacity and you have to write Spanish, you better know how to do accent marks, because if you can't, then you're not the person for the job, frankly. You've got to learn how to do your accent marks, and I can explain them to anybody. I can explain them to a 3-year-old and have them doing it correctly, okay? It's not difficult. You follow a few rules, and we'll be on our way. Wait till we get to accent marks. I'm telling you, if you're that type of person who needs to know about accent marks, hey, it's going to be like walking into Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. All right, let's get back to the 7 O's. All right, so we were doing our examples. We did ningún problema, no problem. Now, let's go to un mal día. We drop the O off of uno and malo, and we have un mal dia, bad day. Again, if I want to put malo on the end of day, I have to leave the O on because dia is masculine and it's not going in front. So un dia malo and un mal dia mean the same thing. It's just personal preference. El primer dia del mes, the first day of the month. Why do we drop the O off of primero? Because dia, it's el dia. It's masculine. In front of a masculine singular noun with 7 O's. Uno, primero, tercero, bueno, malo, alguno, ninguno. Maybe we should call it the 8 O's. If you do want to make a mistake, it'd be, oh, we'd have another O. But no, it's the 7 O's. The first day of the month, el primer dia del mes, the first day of the month. But if you want to say the first of the month, like that's, hey, the first of the month, all of us, the cash register jingle, we hear it in our ears. That's payday, right? El primero del mes. So, el primero, why is the O on primero? Because del is not a masculine singular noun. Mes is, but it has to be right in front of a masculine singular noun. So it's just el primero del mes, the first of the month. Key point, only drop the final O in front of a masculine singular noun. Otherwise, all the above words agree in number and gender. Okay, that's it for the 7 O's, the magnificent 7, if you will. Hasta la próxima lección. This is your Profesor Pablo signing off from Beachside in Southern California. Hasta la próxima lección. Cambio fuera.